Stream of consciousness. Let it fly. It is what it is. Fuck YouTube. Free thought. Maybe talking some truth, maybe talking some shit. Opinions that matter, opinions that don't even fucking matter. Well, there's only one way to sum this up. This YouTube channel, it's whatever. And that's the way I like it. Don't be scared. Just fucking build. It's come to my attention that yet another fitness or bodybuilder has died. I don't know how many it's going to take for a lot of you people to kind of like get the message. And the message is simply this craze for gear. That's what you guys call it, gear. Steroids, basically. No good is going to come from it. You know what I mean? Obviously, they haven't perfected the science behind steroids yet. And near as I know, the only person that is still functioning after decades of steroid use is Captain America. That's about it. So we're talking about fictional characters. In real life, you can't keep taking that shit. Now, there is a TRT craze that's going on for some time now. I will blame Joe Rogan for really pushing it because he's an advocate of testosterone replacement therapy. However, again, what people fail to realize or either fail to listen to is the fact that he has his own doctor and he has made it very clear that he and his doctor are on point with how much goes into his body. You understand? That's the way it's done, because you don't want to be a lab rat on yourself, because that's what a lot of you guys are. And I get it. You take a little bit, you journal the results, and you basically adjust accordingly. It's been being done for years. I got it. I understand it. But you're not doctors. You're not doctors. You don't have the necessary education. I mean, just because you sit back and look at the dude for more plates and more dates, you know, who's ridiculously knowledgeable, at the end of the day, near as I know, he's not a doctor of any kind. You see what I mean? He just shows you exactly how educated you can be for self. But at the end of the day, he's still taking gear, or has taken gear, just like the rest of you guys. And it's a vicious cycle. It truly is. Because the first thing you got to ask yourself is, wait a minute, you know people die taking this stuff. You know they do. You know there's also different kinds of side effects associated with these anabols and all of this stuff that you're taking. You know that. You know that. You understand? And then one of the main things that you might want to consider is, and I mean, this is real deal, the heart really doesn't know the difference between 250 pounds of muscle and 250 pounds of fat. As far as the heart is concerned, you have just gained over 120 pounds of muscle that it has to keep pumping blood through. That's how the heart works. Strongest muscle in the body, and it doesn't get enough rest at all. The only time it gets rest is when you're dead. And that's exactly why a lot of these big cock diesel motherfuckers and shit are dying, because the heart is like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm out of here. I'm not doing this anymore with you. Meanwhile, while you're alive, you're in the mirror, you're flexing, you're taking your gear. The minute you see yourself losing a little bit of muscle, you know, you start taking some more gear, you start taking some more roids, whatever you want to take or what have you. And at the end of the day, the only thing you're going to really do is be a big ass corpse. That's it. That's where it's going. And even if you're ripped, you're going to be a great looking ripped corpse. That's where that's where it's going to go. So much of this craze of testosterone replacement therapy comes from the fact that many of you simply do not want to do the work the old-fashioned way. The old-fashioned way is the way that gives you the most longevity. You have a greater chance of having your strength later on. You're going to lose muscle mass. That's life, baby. There's nothing you can do about that except take testosterone replacement therapy. But normal men lose mass. Normal men lose testosterone. It's natural. But when you start taking TRT, you're trying to push the clock back. And here's the thing. You're not cars. You can't sit back and put a brand new Hemi engine inside of an Oldsmobile. It doesn't work that way. Something else is going to go wrong because the human body is built off of synergy. Anything that you do with one thing is going to affect the other. That's why you have to take great care when you introduce anything new to your body. If you're going to start taking melatonin, I guarantee you it's going to fuck up something else. If you start taking too much vitamin C all of a sudden, I guarantee it's going to knock something else off. That's how the human body works. You must be very, very careful when you introduce something new to it. And you fuckers, a lot of you fuckers, are being bulls in a china shop. You are introducing your body to anabols and all kinds of wild shit. And your body's like, I don't know what the fuck is going on here, but I guess I better build muscle. You're going to start building muscle. You're going to build strength. You're going to to do all of that shit. And just like they always say, the road to hell is easy to get down, not so easy to climb back up out of. And every time I see a lot of these ex-bodybuilders or ex-people that use roids or whatever, and they stop using that shit, they all look the same. They all look like somebody took their soul from their ass. Their body's all skinny now, and they face is looking different. All of that shit. I've never taken a steroid in my life, unless it was hydrocortisone. Put that on my skin every once in a while. And if I did want a steroidal effect, meaning that I wanted to get a little bit more strength, or I wanted to look a little bit bigger, oh, it was a simple thing that I did. I would consume beef, because I knew that whatever they put in beef, it could be the fact that they put a lot of steroids in cattle. Whatever they was putting in beef, that shit was working for me to make me stronger, to make me bigger. I knew that. Was it possible I could have been benefiting from the steroids that they put in the cattle? Possible, because you are what you eat, right? Or it could have been the fact that beef is really, really one of the best forms of protein as well as iron out there. And my body could have been taking that and saying, oh yeah, this is what I've been looking for. This is what the engine's been looking for. But other than that, no. I hate needles, and I got to get needles every 3 to 6 months because I'm a thyroid patient. I got to get them I can't stand needles. I can't stand it. So steroids wasn't going to work for me from the very beginning. And not to mention, I love to win. It feels good to win, but I don't really like being a cheater. And not to mention, I care about what I put in my body.